Princess Mia lived in a grand palace on the peaceful planet of Velora. From a young age, her life had been safe and full of comfort, shielded from danger and worries. The skies above her home were often a soft shade of violet, and lush gardens surrounded the tall white walls of the palace. Every day, Mia walked among fragrant flowers and played by sparkling fountains. Unaware of the troubles beyond her world. One bright morning, Mia sat in her favorite spot near the garden, weaving a crown from delicate blooms. Her friend and caretaker, Clara, watched over her. Clara had cared for Mia since childhood, always ready to protect her. They laughed together as Mia placed the flower crown on her head. Everything felt perfect. Suddenly, the peaceful atmosphere shattered. Loud explosions echoed through the air, shaking the ground beneath them. Mia stood quickly, her eyes wide with fear. Guards shouted and ran in every direction, drawing weapons as smoke filled the air. Clara grabbed Mia's hand tightly. "Come quickly, princess," Clara urged, her voice shaking. Mia stumbled behind Clara, her heart racing. They rushed toward the palace gates, but chaos had taken over. Strange ships filled the sky, firing upon the palace grounds. "What is happening?" Mia cried, tears filling her eyes. "We're under attack," Clara explained quickly. She pulled Mia into a hidden corridor, away from the open gardens. "Stay quiet and follow me." The narrow corridor twisted beneath the palace. Mia trembled with each step, hearing distant explosions above. She could hardly breathe from fear. Her world completely changed in moments. Clara stopped suddenly as they reached the end of the tunnel, listening closely. "Wait here, princess," Clara whispered. "I'll check if it's safe." Mia stood alone, feeling the heavy silence pressing against her. A few seconds later, Clara shouted out, and Mia heard a struggle. She gasped, terrified, then forced herself forward. She emerged into a dark hallway just in time to see Clara captured by two alien attackers. "Run, princess!" Clara screamed, fighting to break free. Mia turned quickly, but another attacker blocked her path. She backed away, tripping over debris. The attacker advanced, and Mia's vision blurred with tears, fear gripping her entirely. Before the attacker reached her, a shadow darted forward from the darkness. In an instant, the attacker fell to the ground, stunned by a swift blow. Mia stared in shock at the stranger who now stood protectively in front of her. He was tall, with strong shoulders and quick movements. A helmet covered his face, hiding his identity. Without hesitation, he took Mia's hand and guided her swiftly through the maze-like corridors. "Who are you?" Mia asked breathlessly. "No time," he replied firmly but gently. His voice held calm strength, easing her fears slightly. They moved quickly, weaving through hidden paths Mia never knew existed. Behind them, distant cries and the sound of ongoing fighting echoed. Yet she felt oddly safe with this mysterious protector. Finally, they reached a concealed doorway at the edge of the palace grounds. The stranger opened it carefully, revealing the dense forest outside. "You must go," he urged softly, pushing her gently toward safety. Mia hesitated, gazing up at him. "But what about Clara and the others?" "I will help them," he assured her. Placing something into her hand, a small pendant that glowed faintly in the dim light. "Keep this safe." She clutched the pendant, looking into the hidden face behind his helmet. "Will I see you again?" Mia asked, her voice trembling. He paused briefly, as if uncertain, then nodded once. "Stay safe, Princess Mia." With those final words, he turned away, disappearing back into the shadows. Mia stood alone at the doorway, heart pounding, the glowing pendant warming her palm. Gathering her courage, she stepped into the dense forest, running through the trees as fast as she could. Branches caught her clothes and thorns scraped her skin, but she kept moving forward. Her thoughts raced with confusion and fear, wondering about the stranger who had saved her life and the fate of her beloved Clara. Hours later, exhausted and frightened, Mia found refuge in an abandoned cave deep in the woods. She curled into a tight ball, holding the pendant close, its gentle glow providing comfort in the dark. Memories of the stranger's bravery filled her thoughts. Calming her racing heart, she whispered softly into the quiet night, "I promise I'll find you again." Slowly, exhaustion claimed her, and she drifted into restless sleep, dreams filled with echoes of the stranger's voice and visions of the attack. Even in sleep, the pendant remained tightly clutched in her hand, a symbol of hope amidst the darkness. The next morning, sunlight peeked softly into the cave, warming Mia's face gently. She slowly opened her eyes, feeling tired and aching from the journey. She sat up, remembering the terrifying events from yesterday. Holding the pendant tightly, she took a deep breath, determined to stay strong. Carefully, Mia stepped out of the cave. The forest around her was calm, and morning birds sang gently from the trees. Mia knew she couldn't stay hidden forever. She had to find help and discover what had happened to her palace and her people. As Mia walked deeper into the forest, she heard the soft sound of running water. Following the noise, she soon found a small river, its clear waters sparkling brightly. In the morning sun, she knelt and drank gratefully, washing away some of her tiredness. After resting briefly, she stood again, determined to keep moving forward. Hours passed as Mia traveled through thick woods and across fields, heading towards a nearby town she had visited once before. When the town finally appeared on the horizon, relief filled her heart. She quickened her steps, hopeful that someone there could help her. Entering the town, Mia noticed people staring. She knew her appearance was unusual, her clothes torn, her face dirty from travel. She walked toward the town center, unsure of where to start. Finally, she approached an elderly woman who was sitting quietly on a bench. "Excuse me," Mia began. Softly, "I need help. My palace was attacked, and I escaped. Do you know where I can find someone to help me?" The elderly woman looked up kindly, recognizing Mia instantly. "Princess Mia, come quickly, child." She guided Mia to a small, cozy home at the edge of the town. Inside, the elderly woman introduced herself as Eleanor. She quickly offered Mia food, clean clothes, and a safe place to rest. As Mia ate, she shared everything that had happened, including the brave stranger who had saved her. Eleanor listened quietly, nodding thoughtfully. "We heard about the attack, Princess. Many soldiers and palace workers escaped. They have gathered near the town, planning how to reclaim your home." Mia's heart leaped with hope. "Do you think Clara could be among them?" Eleanor placed a comforting hand on Mia's shoulder. "It is possible. Tomorrow morning, I will take you to their camp." That night, Mia slept deeply, dreaming again of the mysterious stranger who had rescued her. In her dreams, she saw his helmeted face, heard his calm voice, and felt his strong grip guiding her to safety. When morning came, Mia felt refreshed and ready to face whatever lay ahead. Together with Eleanor, Mia set out toward the soldiers' camp. When they arrived, Mia saw familiar faces and felt immense relief. Several guards recognized her immediately, rushing to greet her with smiles and expressions of joy. Among the crowd, Mia's eyes searched anxiously for Clara. When Clara stepped out from a tent, unharmed but weary, Mia ran forward and hugged her tightly. "Clara, you're safe!" Mia exclaimed, tears filling her eyes. "Princess Mia," Clara said warmly, holding Mia close. "I was so worried about you. I'm glad you're safe." They shared stories of their escapes. Clara explained how she had fought free during the confusion and joined the other survivors. Mia described her frightening journey and mentioned the brave stranger who saved her life. "I wish I knew who he was," Mia said softly, holding the pendant closely. Clara examined the pendant curiously, noticing its gentle glow. A soldier nearby overheard their conversation and stepped forward. "Princess, may I see that pendant?" Mia handed it over carefully, watching him closely. The soldier's eyes widened in surprise. "I've seen this symbol before. It's worn by an elite group of fighters from Earth. Humans." The word humans sent a shiver through Mia. Her people had long viewed humans with suspicion and mistrust. She struggled to accept that the hero who saved her was human. Her mind filled with confusion and doubt. Humans? Mia asked, unsure how. To Phil Dot, the soldier nodded seriously. Yes, they are known as brave warriors and skilled protectors. It's rare to see one here, though. Mia held the pendant again, her thoughts spinning. Could she trust a human? Was he truly her savior? She remembered clearly how he had risked his life for her, acting selflessly without hesitation. Her doubts slowly faded, replaced by curiosity and a strong desire to understand more. Determined to find answers, Mia asked, "Can we find these humans? Perhaps they can help us." Clara looked at Mia with surprise, but nodded firmly in support. The soldiers discussed among themselves, finally agreeing to search for any known human allies. Mia knew her journey was far from over. Her palace was still under enemy control, and she needed help from people she never expected to trust. But deep in her heart, Mia felt hope growing stronger. She held the pendant tightly, feeling its comforting warmth, knowing it was more than a simple object. It was a sign of hope, bravery, and a promise she intended to keep. Together, Mia and her people began planning their next steps, determined to reclaim their home. And somewhere out there, Mia hoped she would find the mysterious human again, ready to thank him properly for his bravery and kindness. After several days, the camp grew busy with preparations. Princess Mia, Clara, and the surviving soldiers planned carefully, hoping to find allies among the humans. Every night, Mia held the pendant tightly, dreaming of the mysterious human warrior who saved her. She knew that finding him could change everything. One clear morning, Mia stood with Clara and Captain Jonas, a trusted palace guard. Jonas had always protected Mia, loyal and strong. They decided to send a small group to a nearby trading post known to have human visitors. Mia insisted on going along, despite Clara's protests. "Princess, it's too risky," Clara warned softly. "We still don't know who we can trust." "I must go, Clara," Mia responded firmly, her eyes filled with determination. "The people must see that I am willing to face any danger for our home." Clara saw the resolve in Mia's eyes and finally agreed. Early the next day, Mia, Clara, Captain Jonas, and 2 other soldiers set out on their journey. They traveled carefully, avoiding roads watched by enemy scouts. After a long journey, they finally reached the bustling trading post. It was filled with creatures from across the galaxy, trading and exchanging goods peacefully. Mia felt amazed by the sight, but remembered their important mission. Captain Jonas led the group cautiously through the crowded market. Soon, they noticed a small group of humans talking quietly near a merchant stall. Mia's heart raced. Could one of them be the stranger who saved her? Approaching slowly, Captain Jonas introduced himself and Mia. The humans turned with curiosity, their eyes carefully studying the newcomers. One man stepped forward, his expression kind and welcoming. "Greetings," he said warmly. "I'm Commander Lucas. How may we help you?" Mia showed Lucas the glowing pendant. Lucas examined it carefully, his eyes widening with surprise and recognition. "This pendant belongs to one of our finest warriors," Lucas explained gently. "His name is Ethan Cole. He is known for his bravery." "How did you come by it, Princess?" Mia recounted the terrifying day of the attack and Ethan's courageous rescue. Lucas listened closely, nodding thoughtfully. "Ethan is known to risk his life for others," Lucas confirmed. "He has been traveling, aiding those in need across the galaxy. We haven't heard from him recently, but I believe he might return here soon." Mia felt hope rising within her. They decided to wait for Ethan, using the time to build stronger ties with the humans. The soldiers and humans shared stories and experiences, slowly building trust and understanding. Days passed quietly at the trading post. Mia often stood alone at night, gazing at the stars and wondering about Ethan. Finally, on a quiet evening, a familiar ship landed softly near the trading post. Mia felt excitement surge in her chest. From the ship emerged a tall, strong figure. Mia immediately recognized Ethan, even though he was no longer wearing his helmet. His face was strong and calm, his eyes kind yet alert. Mia took a deep breath and approached him carefully. Ethan saw Mia coming toward him and paused, recognizing her instantly. He smiled gently, bowing his head respectfully. "Princess Mia, it is good to see you safe." Mia smiled, feeling warmth and relief flood through her. "Thank you, Ethan, for saving my life. I've wanted to meet you again, to thank you properly." Ethan's eyes softened. "I'm glad I was able to help. Your people are important to us all." Over the next few days, Ethan shared information about enemy movements and offered valuable guidance for reclaiming Mia's palace. His knowledge and courage inspired the soldiers and boosted their confidence. Mia watched Ethan closely, noticing how he treated everyone with kindness and respect. Late one evening, Mia and Ethan sat together, looking at the stars. Mia hesitated, then asked softly, "Ethan, why did you risk your life for me?" "Our peoples have never trusted each other." Ethan smiled gently. "I fight to protect those who cannot protect themselves." "You were brave even in danger, Princess. How could I not help someone who shows such courage?" Mia felt moved by his words, understanding now that bravery and kindness cross all boundaries and differences. She felt deep respect growing within her, overcoming any remaining doubts. "Thank you, Ethan," Mia whispered softly, feeling genuine gratitude. "I hope one day our people can live in peace and trust." Ethan nodded seriously, his eyes reflecting hope. "Together, we can make that happen." Feeling confident and encouraged, Mia and Ethan returned to the camp, prepared to share their plan. Mia spoke to her people clearly, describing Ethan's bravery and kindness. Slowly, the soldiers began to trust and accept him, understanding that humans could be strong allies. As they all gathered to discuss the strategy for reclaiming the palace, Mia stood proudly beside Ethan. She knew the challenges ahead would be difficult, but together, humans and her people could overcome anything. Mia felt strong, hopeful, and ready for whatever lay ahead, knowing Ethan stood by her side, symbolizing a new future of unity and strength. The preparations at the soldiers' camp became more intense as the days passed. Princess Mia, Ethan, Clara, and Captain Jonas carefully planned each step of their mission to reclaim the palace. Mia felt more confident knowing Ethan stood with them. His bravery and calm presence inspired everyone around him. One afternoon, as Mia reviewed their plans with Ethan and Jonas, a scout returned, breathless and worried. He quickly explained, "Enemy forces are strengthening around the palace. They know we're preparing an attack." Mia felt a wave of worry, but Ethan placed a reassuring hand gently on her shoulder. "This only means they fear us. We have courage, and we will not lose." His words calmed Mia. She nodded, determined to stay strong for her people. They adjusted their plans carefully, considering the scouts' information, deciding on a surprise approach to catch the enemy off guard. The following night, under the cover of darkness, Mia, Ethan, Clara, Jonas, and a select group of brave soldiers began their journey toward the palace. They moved silently, carefully avoiding enemy patrols. Mia's heart raced as they approached the palace grounds, memories of the attack flooding back. As they neared the palace, they saw enemy soldiers guarding the gates and walls. Ethan signaled for everyone to halt, speaking quietly, "We must be silent and swift, trust each other, and stay close." The group split into smaller teams, each heading to their assigned positions. Mia stayed close to Ethan, Clara, and Jonas. They carefully approached a hidden entrance Ethan had identified earlier, slipping unseen into a secret passage beneath the palace walls. Inside, the air felt damp and heavy. Mia's breathing quickened, feeling the tension around her. Ethan guided them steadily, navigating the dark maze of tunnels with confidence. Soon they reached a hidden staircase leading upward into the palace. At the top, Ethan paused, listening carefully before opening the concealed door. "Stay alert," he whispered softly. "We must move quickly once we enter." Mia nodded, gripping the pendant tightly for courage. Ethan opened the door silently, and they emerged into a dimly lit hallway inside the palace. Memories flooded Mia, seeing her once beautiful home now damaged and dark. Carefully moving forward, they encountered a small group of enemy guards. Ethan acted swiftly, disarming the guards and securing their position without causing alarm. Mia watched, amazed again by Ethan's courage and skill. Further into the palace, more enemy soldiers appeared, and fierce fighting broke out. Mia stayed close behind Ethan, Clara protecting her fiercely, Jonas leading the soldiers bravely. Their determination drove them forward. Through each difficult battle, they soon reached the main hall where the enemy commander waited. He stood tall, surrounded by heavily armed guards. He sneered coldly at Mia and her companions. "You returned, princess. Did you think reclaiming your palace would be easy?" Mia stepped forward bravely, despite her fear. "We will never surrender our home to you." The enemy commander laughed cruelly, signaling his guards forward. Ethan moved quickly, engaging the commander directly. Jonas and Clara battled alongside the other soldiers, defending Mia with fierce determination. Mia watched Ethan fight bravely, his movements quick and precise. The commander was strong, but Ethan matched him, strength and skill keeping them evenly matched. Mia's heart pounded with anxiety, yet pride filled her as she watched Ethan's courage. Finally, Ethan disarmed the commander, forcing him to surrender. Ethan stood firm, breathing heavily from the fight, determination clear in his eyes. "Order your soldiers to stand down. The palace is ours again." The commander, defeated and angry, complied reluctantly. His guards lowered their weapons, surrendering. Mia felt immense relief and gratitude, looking around the hall as the fighting ceased. The palace once more belonged to her people. Mia approached Ethan slowly, smiling warmly, gratitude shining in her eyes. "You did it, Ethan. You saved us again." Ethan shook his head gently, smiling softly back at Mia. "We all did this together, princess. Your courage led us." Around them, soldiers cheered and celebrated their victory. Clara hugged Mia tightly, relief clear on her face. Jonas and the others gathered around, rejoicing and thanking Ethan warmly for his bravery and help. As the celebration calmed, Mia spoke clearly to everyone gathered. "Today we have reclaimed our home, thanks to bravery, trust, and unity. Let this victory remind us always that together we can face any challenge." Her words filled the hall, resonating deeply within each person. They knew the fight had been difficult, but their courage and unity had brought success. Mia looked at Ethan with deep respect, grateful to have him at her side. Afterward, Mia stood alone briefly, gazing out a large window at the stars shining brightly in the night sky. Ethan approached quietly, standing beside her. They stood together in comfortable silence, reflecting on all they had accomplished. "What will you do now, Ethan?" Mia asked softly. He smiled gently, his eyes thoughtful. "My place is always where I can help those in need. For now, I will stay here, if you'll allow me." Mia's heart swelled with happiness. "Of course. You will always be welcome here." They stood quietly, gazing at the peaceful night, feeling hopeful about the future they had fought to secure. Mia knew challenges still lay ahead, but with friends like Ethan and her loyal companions, she felt ready for whatever the future held. After reclaiming the palace, Princess Mia and her people began the difficult work of repairing their home. The enemy had caused much damage, and many things needed rebuilding. Mia took charge, working closely with Ethan, Clara, Jonas, and the others. Everyone contributed eagerly, knowing their hard work would heal their community. Ethan became an important advisor, offering wise guidance and steady support. He had quickly earned the trust and respect of Mia's people. The earlier doubts and fears about humans slowly disappeared, replaced by appreciation for Ethan's bravery and kindness. As days turned into weeks, Mia and Ethan spent much time together, discussing ways to ensure the palace and the entire kingdom remained safe. Mia enjoyed Ethan's company greatly, always learning something new from his experiences. One day, as they walked together through the newly restored gardens, Mia asked softly, "Ethan, do you ever miss your home, your family?" Ethan paused, looking thoughtful. "Sometimes, yes. But I've learned that home can be many places, wherever I find good people and kindness. Right now, this feels like home." Mia smiled warmly, glad Ethan felt comfortable among them. She wanted him to stay, but knew his heart guided him to help wherever needed. As their conversation ended, a young messenger hurried toward them, out of breath and anxious. "Princess Mia, Commander Ethan, ships have been spotted approaching. There, unknown to us." Mia's heart raced with worry, but Ethan remained calm. "Let's gather everyone quickly. We must prepare and understand their intentions." They hurried inside, gathering Jonas, Clara, and the soldiers. From the palace's observation tower, they watched the approaching ships carefully. Ethan quickly recognized the design. "Those are Earthships," he announced softly, his voice cautious yet hopeful. Mia glanced at him, sensing his mixed emotions. "Are they friendly?" "I believe so," Ethan replied slowly. "But we must be careful. Let me meet them first, to be sure." Mia agreed, trusting Ethan completely. She stood by his side as the ships landed gently outside the palace walls. Soon, a small group of humans emerged, led by a woman who walked confidently toward them. Ethan stepped forward, greeting her warmly. "Captain Elena, it's been a long time." Captain Elena smiled, shaking Ethan's hand firmly. "Commander Ethan, it's good to see you safe. We heard of your bravery here and came to offer assistance." Mia felt relieved hearing Elena's kind words. Ethan introduced Mia warmly. Elena greeted her respectfully, expressing admiration for Mia's strength and leadership. Invited Elena and her crew into the palace, offering hospitality and friendship. During a shared meal, Elena explained Earth's desire to strengthen alliances and build lasting peace among the planets. Mia listened carefully, appreciating Elena's sincerity and openness. Over the following days, Mia, Ethan, and Elena held detailed discussions. They agreed to establish an alliance between their peoples based on trust, cooperation, and mutual protection. This decision brought hope and excitement to everyone involved. However, not everyone fully accepted this new friendship easily. Some in Mia's kingdom still felt wary of trusting humans. Mia understood their caution and worked patiently to ease their fears. She spoke openly about Ethan's courage, kindness, and the help they had received from Earth. One evening, Mia gathered everyone in the palace courtyard, including Elena and her crew. Mia spoke clearly and sincerely, addressing her people directly. "I understand your worries," Mia began gently, looking into the faces around her. "I once shared them. But I've learned through experience that bravery, kindness, and trust do not belong to just one group or planet. Commander Ethan and Captain Elena have shown us humans can be trusted and valued friends. Together, we can build a better future for everyone." Ethan stepped forward beside Mia, adding, "I came here first as a stranger, ready to help. I stay now as your friend, ready to stand beside you always." His heartfelt words resonated deeply with those gathered. Slowly, their doubts began to fade, replaced by a hopeful belief in unity and friendship. Afterward, Mia found Ethan alone, gazing thoughtfully at the stars. She joined him quietly, feeling a calm happiness. "Thank you, Ethan," Mia said softly, breaking the comfortable silence. "For everything you've done for us." "For me," Ethan looked at her warmly. "Princess Mia, it is I who should thank you. You've shown me trust, kindness, and friendship, even when I was a stranger." Mia smiled softly, knowing their bond had grown strong through shared struggles and triumphs. They stood together, looking at the stars, each finding comfort in the other's presence. With the alliance formed, Elena and her crew prepared to leave, promising to return regularly and maintain close ties. Ethan chose to stay behind, dedicating himself fully to helping Mia and her people rebuild and grow stronger. As Elena's ship departed, Mia felt a deep sense of gratitude. Her kingdom had survived a terrible attack and emerged stronger, united by friendship and trust. With Ethan by her side, she knew they could face any future challenges with courage and confidence. Standing proudly beside Ethan, Mia looked out across the beautiful lands of Velora. Together, they would guide their people toward peace and prosperity, knowing their strength lay in unity, bravery, and the friendships they had built. Life in the palace gradually settled into a peaceful routine. The alliance with Earth brought many benefits, including new knowledge, resources, and friendships. Princess Mia worked tirelessly to ensure her people felt safe and cared for, supported by Ethan, Clara, Jonas, and their growing number of allies. One morning, Mia sat quietly in the palace gardens, thinking deeply about all they had achieved. The gardens had blossomed beautifully again, filled with fragrant flowers and the gentle hum of insects. She felt proud, yet new challenges still remained ahead. Ethan approached quietly, smiling gently as he joined her. "What are you thinking?" "About, Princess?" Mia looked up, returning his smile warmly. "About the future. How we can keep our kingdom safe and continue building friendships across the galaxy." Ethan nodded thoughtfully. "There will always be challenges, but I believe we have the strength and wisdom to face them together." Their quiet conversation was interrupted when Captain Jonas hurried toward them urgently. "Princess Mia, Commander Ethan, we have received distress signals from a nearby planet. They are under attack and need help immediately." Mia stood quickly, determination shining clearly in her eyes. "We must act quickly. Gather our allies. We will help them." In a short time, Mia and Ethan had assembled a rescue team, including Jonas, Clara, and skilled soldiers. They boarded a ship and set course for the distressed planet. During the journey, Mia felt both anxious and resolved, knowing they were doing what was right. As their ship approached, they saw signs of heavy fighting on the planet below. Ethan expertly guided the ship to land safely, hidden among dense trees. Quickly, they prepared themselves and set out toward the nearby village in trouble. Upon arrival, they saw chaos and destruction everywhere. Enemy soldiers had attacked fiercely, causing much damage. Mia felt sadness but also deep determination to help these innocent people. "We must split into groups," Ethan instructed calmly, assessing the situation swiftly. "One group will rescue trapped villagers, and the other will protect and push back enemy forces." Mia chose to lead the rescue group, her heart urging her to help those in immediate danger. Ethan and Jonas took command of the protection group, bravely engaging enemy forces to keep villagers safe. Mia's group moved carefully, helping trapped and injured villagers escape to safety. Clara stayed close by Mia's side, supporting and protecting her fiercely. Together, they helped many frightened families and individuals, guiding them safely out of danger. Meanwhile, Ethan led bravely, battling the attackers with skill and courage. His leadership inspired confidence in those fighting alongside him. Slowly, they began pushing enemy forces back, reclaiming the village. After hours of intense fighting and rescue efforts, the village finally stood safe once more. The enemy retreated, defeated and exhausted. Villagers cheered gratefully, expressing deep appreciation for Mia, Ethan, and their brave team. As evening fell, Mia and Ethan walked slowly through the damaged village, comforting villagers and promising support to rebuild. Mia's heart felt heavy seeing the pain around her, but lifted by the gratitude and hope shining in villagers' eyes. "Thank you, Princess," an elderly woman said softly, taking Mia's hands warmly. "Your kindness and bravery will never be forgotten." Mia smiled gently, feeling deeply humbled. "We are here to help each other. Your courage inspires me too." Afterward, Mia and Ethan met quietly beneath a large tree, reflecting on the difficult day. Mia sighed softly, feeling the weight of responsibility. "This will not be the last challenge we face," Mia said softly, looking up at Ethan. "No, it won't," Ethan agreed quietly, his voice steady and comforting. "But we have strength and friends beside us. That is our greatest power." Mia nodded, grateful for Ethan's constant presence and wisdom. Together, they returned to their ship, tired yet determined to continue their work. Back at the palace, Mia worked closely with their allies, ensuring the damaged village received everything needed for healing and rebuilding. She also strengthened defenses and organized teams ready to assist others facing danger. One peaceful afternoon, Mia stood again in the palace gardens, feeling proud of everything they had accomplished together. Ethan approached quietly, standing beside her comfortably. "We did well," Ethan said gently, admiration clear in his voice. "Your leadership inspires everyone around you." Mia smiled softly, grateful for his praise. "I couldn't do this without your support and bravery, Ethan." They stood quietly together, appreciating the calm beauty surrounding them. Mia knew their work would never truly end, but she felt strong and ready to face any challenge with Ethan and her loyal friends by her side. Days later, messages arrived from other planets, expressing gratitude and a desire to build alliances based on friendship and trust. Mia felt happiness seeing these messages, realizing their actions had inspired others across the galaxy. Feeling hopeful, Mia gathered her people together, sharing the positive news and encouraging everyone to continue working for unity and peace. "Together, we have shown bravery and compassion," Mia spoke sincerely. "Let us continue this path, creating friendships that will protect us all." The crowd cheered warmly, deeply inspired by Mia's words. Standing by her side, Ethan smiled softly, proud to support the princess who had grown into such a strong and wise leader. As evening came, Mia and Ethan again walked quietly through the gardens, feeling peace and contentment. Mia glanced up at Ethan gratefully, understanding clearly now that their journey was about more than battles and alliances. It was about trust, friendship, and hope for a brighter future.